Guys, and welcome back to the Sibling Ting podcast. I am Carter, I'm the middle child, and I will be doing boxing and combat side of sports.
I'm Charlie. I'm very, very ill right now. I'm the oldest sister. I'm a motor sports girl, and yeah. That's it.
I am the one.
Oh God, here we go.
I am the only. I'm Jesse. I do football and darts.
Yes, and quite clearly you're the youngest child.
I'm also the youngest one.
Right, guys, this is our sixth.
8,
No,
9,
It's
10,
6, 7,
11, 12.
It's
yes.
one of them. It's some of them. It's one of our podcasts, and we might crack it this time. You failed one before.
I think I'm gonna fail
Jesse
this
did
one.
it again. I reckon we can get it though.
All right.
I don't think we will.
3.
Right, 2, 1.
Lights out and podcast on.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I'm happy with it.
I think that's done. I think that's
guys.
That's
it.
However, I'm not sure if Charlie actually spoke.
Here's what we do. We take that
I
recording.
tried my best.
We take that recording and just put it at the start of all of them now.
Yeah.
We never have
We
to
don't
film
have
it again.
to.
Let's just take that, yeah. Just start off by saying why we were off last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we have to give an explanation, don't we?
Yeah, essentially there's this spaceship came down, yeah?
Yeah.
And it started abducting the hottest people on Earth, yeah? I can tell you now it was a pretty sick spaceship. I can tell you that for free, yeah.
Me and Cart not get invited on it or something.
I mean, Cart was there.
I mean, Jesse, our face is literally the same, just one with longer hair and one with...
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Cart was there, but he got mistaken for me. That's why he was there. But also, another quick mention, we are filming this on April 1st.
Yeah. It's a special day, isn't it?
So, April Fool's, guys. There's
Okay.
This
and
podcast
something else.
someone's birthday.
Someone's birthday.
Got who's?
Oh, I wonder, Charlie.
The one that can barely
birthday is
speak
it?
right now.
Yeah.
That one.
It's my birthday.
So as a little
So that's the April Fool's, is that you get cold, but it's your birthday.
Yeah.
It's April Fool's.
as a
It's
little
not even a cold at this point, but yeah.
as a little birthday treat,
Yeah.
you can go
Oh,
first.
thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
You can go first
That's
this
so
week.
kind. I mean, I'd say I've not got a lot to talk about, but actually, when I look at it, I have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm going to quickly go over the last GP that we missed. So obviously, Charles and Hammy had some contact right at the start of the Grand Prix, with Charles then having to drive an entire race pretty much with a damaged front wing. Honestly, if I couldn't have been more in love with the man beforehand. I mean, I'm looking at a birthday card that Dad bought me that says "Happy Birthday, Mrs. Leclerc." So just to be clear to everyone how much I am in love with this man. But to drive an entire race with a massively damaged front wing, which by the way, the front wing was so damaged that it was literally messing up his force everywhere.
Yeah.
It was
life.
Did he finish your race, or did he have to retire?
No, he finished the race.
Jesus.
He did incredible. But the thing is with Leclerc, I will always defend him when I say when his driving ability is unreal, because obviously, he's been on races before where he's been literally holding the wing mirror.
Yeah.
While driving at the speed he does. He's an absolutely phenomenal driver.
Yeah.
Bit of a nice undercut from the Racing Bulls that actually got them quite far ahead, which was really impressive to see from a team that's not usually that good. But Edmund was so much better, as was Hadjar. Both really strong drives for the same with the rookies, and obviously Hadjar as well for actually finishing the race this week was, really impressive, and he did do a really good race as well, so nice to see. Sainz seemed to be struggling a little bit with Williams. Albon was literally incredible, and it genuinely to me makes it so clear how much of a mistake Red Bull made originally.
Yes.
But in saying that, Sainz did score 1 point due to the disqualifications. Now, to get onto the disqualifications, Pierre Gasly and Charles Leclerc were both disqualified from the race due to cars being underweight.
Yeah.
And Lewis Hamilton was also disqualified for skid wear being 0.5 millimetres under.
Yeah.
So that means for my team this week, there was 0 points. Well, they did score, to be fair, Hammy did get the sprint race. But for the main race, I have no points to show for it. Ferrari scored nothing
because
they were both disqualified. So to say I'm fuming is an understatement. But in big news this week, so just to be on actually for the race, and I'm going to kind of nicely spruce it all up. The race was so impressive, and I will say I am slightly becoming a bit of a Yuki fan club because honestly,
I like Yuki.
He was so good, and he put that car in places that he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And that was recognised this week because in big news, after 2 races, oh God, I'm so sorry, my throat's going.
Quick, I think I know this. Can I see if I actually know this news?
Go on.
Yuki's Red Bull now, isn't he? Yes.
Red Bull. So Liam Lawson has been replaced after 2 races.
It's quite hard.
2 races, they've now removed him and put in Yuki.
I'm so happy for Yuki, because Yuki deserved a seat in the first place.
I don't know whether or not it's a poison chalice. I don't know whether or not they've given him that, knowing full well that it's going to crash him bit. I don't know, but I genuinely feel like they might have given him that as a poison chalice.
Yeah.
But apparently, it's 20 million Honda paid Red Bull to put Yuki in the Red Bull seat.
Yeah.
Specifically for Japan.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he deserved it in the first place, and then not doing it in the first place was a big mistake. Yeah, and now he's in it. He's gonna do bits, but
I hope he does, because I would be heartbroken if he doesn't. Because I feel like Red Bull will just throw him to the wall.
It's just it's sad for Lawson, and we made fun about Lawson, and he wasn't a particularly great driver, but it was sad to see after. It's not that he's not
a good driver. He's obviously a good driver, but I feel like they made the wrong decision from the get-go. They knew they made the wrong decision.
So they tried to backtrack.
But then it's just made the whole team look worse. Yeah. Apparently Verstappen's fuming about it as well.
Yeah, I imagine, because now he has someone that's actually good. Now he's going to have to half compete against his teammate. He doesn't like that.
I'd really love to talk more, but my throat hurts so much this week.
Would you like me to talk F1?
Honestly, Cart, if you want to, you can go.
I'll talk a bit of F1. So we had a bit of a redemption.
Just a quick one for MotoGP though. Marc Marquez has been incredible as always.
Oh, of course.
And he was actually going to be late for the Costa qualifications, and he ended up, there's pictures and videos of him just running
to make it.
Which apparently he does pretty much every single time. So I'll mention that as well.
As Charlie is ill, I will try my best to talk on F1 matters. We had a bit of a redemption for the winner of this race.
Yeah.
As he spun out of his home race, which started off the F1 season. Oscar Piastri took home a win, which is his 3rd win. Which is very impressive considering this is his 2nd season. So that's 3 wins for him. Lando Norris came very close behind at 2nd, which has put his points quite far up. It's only 2 races in, but Lando Norris is looking strong. Unfortunately, so is Max Verstappen. George Russell was looking particularly good. Kimi Raikkonen. Kimi Raikkonen's back on the track, guys. He's back. Kimi Raikkonen. Kimi Antonelli looking particularly good as well. But I think McLaren boys are going to take home quite a few wins this season.
The thing is, it's like I've said to you before, McLaren either start off strong or they start off weak. Like they're one or the other.
Yeah.
Red Bull always start off strong, get weaker by the end of the season. Ferrari start off weak, get really strong mid-season,
and get weak,
and then finish weak again. So I know how my team works. Okay? Just waiting.
Ferrari's just a heartbreak after heartbreak, isn't it? Unless they have their streak.
4 or 5 races, it is strong. And then it's gone again.
So we've got the Japanese Grand Prix this weekend.
Which is obviously going to be Yuki's first.
I was going to say,
Red Bull driver.
Yuki's home race at Red Bull. Is he going to get a win?
No,
I don't think so.
But I do think he's going to get points.
He'll definitely get points. Probably get top 5. Maybe even a podium.
I hope so.
Maybe even a podium.
Honestly, if he gets a podium, I'll cry.
I'm not going to lie. If he gets a win, I'm not going to be shocked. He's in one of the best cars on the track, and he's doing particularly well.
And home advantage.
And home advantage, exactly. Would not shock me. However, I just can't, unfortunately, see it, especially with McLaren looking the way they are.
Yeah.
You got Russell, which probably needs a win at some point. Lando is just too good right now. I'm going to guess Lando's going to bring home a win.
I'm going to tell you what, Jess, would you like to do our weekly predictions?
Yeah,
I was just about to say I think Lando's going to win.
You think Lando's
What are you thinking top 3 then?
Top 3, I'm going to go Lando. I'll go Lando, Verstappen and Yuki.
That's a good shout.
Go on. You can't?
Me personally, I think, should I be optimistic?
Be what you want.
I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to put Lando win.
Yeah.
George 2nd. I'll put Yuki 3rd.
I'm going to say...
Verstappen not top 3?
4th, I reckon. The 4th, him and Piastri would be 4th and 5th.
Just because of how strong his race was, I'm going to say it's going to be a hammy number 1.
Oh!
I'm going to say it's
the delusion of a Ferrari fan.
I'm going to say it's a Norris 2, and I think Yuki 3rd.
Yeah.
I think we've all put Norris high.
But a realistic prediction,
is it? I think it is realistic.
Okay.
I think Hammy winning is realistic.
Yeah.
100%.
So, but that'll be a fun race, especially for Yuki. I don't know. I think.
Do you know what? I think the nice thing is this week, no matter who you support, everyone wants to see Yuki do well.
Yeah.
So
I hope for a podium because I don't think he's going to be able to get a win. He could, but I don't see it. However, a podium would be very nice for him.
I
think
would be so happy for him. So happy.
Even top 5 would be still like he doesn't get
He's
top 5.
He's the nicest guy, and do you know what as well? Like
not while driving.
No, but he's not an aggressive driver. I don't think he really is aggressive to other drivers. He swears a lot, but I don't think he's aggressive in his driving style. But I always think it's lovely. Do you know when you watch the like behind the scenes stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesse, you won't have seen them, but like when you watch all the like behind the scenes stuff and they're talking about like, oh, what do you want to be when you, and you know all this, and all the drivers will be like, I'm going to be world champion, and he just is like, I just want to own a restaurant.
Yeah,
like he's just like such a lovely, like a humble kid.
Especially when he was like with teammates, like when he was with Pierre Gasly, they were lovely. He was
he's such a nice guy. So I hope he does really, really well.
I think
that's the one I'm excited to see what happens with. I'm excited to see what happens.
That'll be good.
I've got an F1 question.
Go on.
It's not related to the driving.
Right, okay.
The clothing.
Right, okay.
I'm going to give you a team.
Okay.
You've just got to give me out of 10.
Okay.
Your opinion on their clothing. Very famous clothing they own, by the way. A brand.
What, their current clothing, yeah?
I will go. I'm talking like that actual apparel, as in what we would buy, like a jacket or fan merch. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we know which one's top.
Every time I go to a pub,
do you know what? Me and Carl talked about it, and we actually know which one's number one.
I know what is number one.
Okay.
Well, every time I've gone to a pub, I have seen a Formula One fan merch, and I would even say it's cool. Okay. I think I would even say it's the same as like I can't think of the top of my head, but do you know like you purchase like a Monster jacket or like motorbike?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say Formula One is actual casual wear.
The stuff is gorgeous.
So I'm going to start with Ferrari.
I rate it high. The thing is, I rate it high just because I like red anyway. Like, it's a good colour.
Yeah, but they can also have a darker red, which is nice, and they can even mix it with black and yellow.
Yeah, but the whole
I'd give Ferrari
red, like bright.
I'd give Ferrari a good 8, to be honest. I see a lot of people wearing Ferrari when I'm out.
I'll say 8. It's solid.
McLaren.
I've always said it's low.
It's so bad.
It's not
the
the
merch is so bad.
It's not the worst, but it's certainly not good by any
standards. It's a colour, that's the problem. It's a colour.
I'd say 4.
I'd go about 3, 4.
5.
Okay.
See, I was honest and you can't be honest.
Mercedes.
I'd say Mercedes is quite good.
It's not as good as Ferrari.
No, I'd say it's about 6.
Yeah, 6, I'd say, yeah.
Red Bull.
This is the annoying thing. Do you know what I'm actually going to say as well, Carl, and you're going to agree with me? Red Bull and Aston Martin, really nice fan merch.
Yeah, I'd prefer Ferrari over Aston Martin.
Both.
Red Bull's top. Yeah, Red Bull's is top.
Red Bull's is
it's not perfect. I'm not going to give it 10, but I'd say 9 easy because it is the best.
I mean, there isn't any that I'd say. Yeah. I mean, actually, just to be clear, just to add on as a quick little thing, I want to say a massive thank you to Carter because yesterday, as a pre-birthday gift, he came home and granted, you know, not a McLaren fan, but I am a fan of this man. He came home and got me a little pop figure of Ayrton Senna.
Yes.
And he's now sat very proudly on my bookcase.
I think a little...
With, like, his literally McLaren suit with the helmet. Like,
you know the red Marlboro jacket he had?
Yeah.
I think I might get that because it's just so good.
So iconic.
Yeah.
Senna would have made anything. McLaren would have good. Anything.
Do you have anything else to add to the F1?
No, that's everything this week. I think to save my voice, because I have so much more I could probably talk about, but I am in so much
but we've discussed last week's race. We've discussed this next week.
I'm going to hand it to you.
Passing on to me. So, there's no derby this week. So, unfortunately, there's no derby, but there is England.
Yes.
Oh, God, okay.
We dove... I wouldn't say dove. We played. We played and we played well. I think it was a very good introduction to Tommy Tuchel as our manager. I liked the football. I enjoyed watching it. I thought we were very aggressive, and that's the football I like to watch. But there's one thing I saw which I really didn't like, and that was particular players weren't. I'm just going to say it's Phil Foden. He wasn't. He was awful. He was so. It was. And the thing is that like.
I really love how you started that off. Like, I'm not going to say the name. I'm going to say the name.
Yeah, it was. It's like watching. I don't even have the words for it. I enjoyed watching the football. I think Harry Kane played particularly well when he was playing up front and not doing his stupid midfielder thing where he'd run backwards. But when he was actually playing as a striker, he obviously scored. He was playing well. I think Marcus Rashford, amazing. He
did so well.
Marcus Rashford's football. For Villa in the FA Cup the other day, I've put them to win the FA Cup now.
Back.
He's been playing particularly well. Jude Bellingham, as always, was just doing Jude Bellingham things. He's an incredible player. And do you know what? He's just getting better. He's just getting better.
How old is he? 21, too?
20. I think 21. He's 1 or 2. I think he's.
So, like, how old? Just obviously, because I know he is supposed to be. I mean, I've seen him play; he's amazing. But like, in comparison to someone like Messi or Ronaldo, is there potentiality for him to be?
There's potential.
Who? Sorry,
Bellingham. There's potential.
Bellingham.
Yeah.
I'll try not to argue with Jesse. Putting his name with Ronaldo, Messi is a
no. I'm not saying he's as good as them. I'm saying there's potential to be an absolute phenomenal player.
One of the best midfielders.
Okay.
Maybe.
There is the one kid I think will maybe potentially be one of the best of all time. There's a kid at Barcelona currently, I hope I pronounce his name well, Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
No, but he's a Brazilian player.
Yeah, Spanish player.
Oh, he is Spanish. Why did I say Brazilian?
He plays for Spain.
Who was I? There is another young Brazilian lad as well.
There is a Brazilian.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
But no, the Spanish lad, Yamal, I think is pronounced.
Yeah.
This is the thing. I don't watch other football. I need to start watching La Liga. Me and him watch Bundesliga. Yeah, we watch Bundesliga or we watch the Prem. But he's the only person at the moment I think could be one of the best of all time because he's only 16 and he's playing for Barcelona.
That's so annoying. So annoying. They beat us as a 16-year-old.
I mean, in the nicest way, God. Like, the way you're saying that's so annoying. Like, what, were you going to get picked? Like,
yeah.
We could have. You didn't know. You didn't know.
If you have any skills within football.
I can do
going
it.
back to England, I'm worried and I'm not. I think the way they were playing attacking football, love the football, and some of the players were truly getting the best. Reece James free kick, absolute pearl, absolute beauty.
What a goal, yeah.
Lewis Skelly was for debut match scored. Yeah. Dan Burn, oh my god, Dan Burn was absolutely quality. New centre back I personally would like in the starting lineup. So he's good. There was definitely bonuses to it. It's just, do I think he can win the Euros? Do I think he can win the World Cup? I need to see a bit more out of it because there are players who really fobbed me off in words. Phil Foden being the thing is he is absolutely an absolute he is one of the best on the planet on a Man City shirt, and then he puts on the England top and he can't do it.
I'm going to disagree. He can. He just didn't play well these 2 games. But it's right. It's like when people had a go at Pickford, people have had a go at Kane. It's not fair. Just because they have a couple bad games doesn't mean you have to say. It's not fair. No, it's not fair. He pushed me off the track. It's not fair.
The thing is, for that England squad, is that right wing belongs to Bukayo Saka. I don't think there is a player over Saka that you would choose on the right wing.
Lionel Messi.
Who was English.
I heard them say bad boys.
I think in that striker position, I'd be happy if Watkins or Solanke was there. I think they're good players. However, you don't pick anyone over Kane. Left wing at the moment is Gordon or Rashford. And in that central spot, it has to be Rice, it has to be Bellingham, and that third spot is probably up for a Mainu. It's probably not Henderson, it can't be Jordan Henderson. It can't be. But it was... In my head, I don't see Phil Foden fitting in that squad. And that's unfortunate to say, it's just because there isn't a spot for him. He's not as good as Bellingham is in an England top. He is not as good. He's not got the pace for the left wing. For the right wing, he's not going to take over Saka, I don't think. He's not as good. He's not good on the right wing as Saka is. So it's just upsetting when you see stuff like this happening, because you see such a great player, and I don't want to see a great player wasted, and definitely one for a future prospect as well. And that's the one thing I want to see Super Tommy Tuchel kind of work towards.
Yeah.
But other than that, can't complain really. Didn't concede a goal. I think it was 5 goals in total over the 2 games.
3-2, yeah.
Good. England, well done.
Yeah,
I'm here for it. I'm happy. FA Cup, I've put my bet down early. I get 20 quid back. I put 5 down. So for Villa to win the FA Cup, I think
strong.
Villa have got Palace next, and they make it to the finals. I think that it will be a Forest Villa final. I think Forest will beat City.
I was going to say, Court, you're going to have to talk about Forest this week, aren't you?
I don't speak English, unfortunately.
Currently, as well, we are 1 hour away. No, actually 2 hours away from Villa Man United.
I am currently placing my bets right now.
I'll put a bet on in a second. Yeah. I'm going to put my bet on in a second. Yeah. I'm not going to talk too much about them, but they are doing particularly well. Particularly well. Oh, come on, Villa, please. Please, Villa. I'm actually a Villa fan for the remainder of this FA Cup because I want to win money. I also don't want Forest to win it, so I will be a Villa fan.
Oh, that's why you support in Villa then?
No, my friend's a Villa fan, and I do think they will win the FA Cup. I think it will be a Forest Villa final, but I think Villa will win it.
I think Forest have got him, guys.
It would, unfortunately, it wouldn't shock me if if Forest do win it. However, I still wholeheartedly believe Villa will win the FA Cup.
I can't wait to see the anger on both your faces if Forest actually win.
I'd cry. Derby coming up soon as well against Swansea. After the international break, I'm so happy to see them back. I've missed my Rams, I've missed the Derby. But in regards to football, there's not really much to talk about.
Come on.
There's not really a lot.
Yeah.
However, darts. Last week, we obviously couldn't give our predictions.
I mean, we can talk about the week before. I said, I know I'm going to regret saying this because I changed my answer from Littler to Van Gerwen, and I went with Van Gerwen instead. I knew I should have stayed with Littler, but I said, I know I'm going to regret it, and I did change it. But
I will say about last week, how do I put this? There is being a Humphreys Littler final, Luke final, and everyone complained about that, yeah? That wasn't a Luke final. That was a Littler decimation for the entire tournament. He won the final 6-1.
Because he's the best.
He beat Stephen Bunton 6-0 to start with. I can't remember who he faced in semis, but from what I remember, I think he went 9 or 10 legs unbeaten. So off, consistently. It was somewhere about 9, 10 or 11. It was one of those three, I can't remember. My head's a bit... I didn't sleep a lot. Yeah, my math ain't mathing. It's just... Yeah. I don't even want to do predictions this week because there isn't someone who can beat him. He just cannot be stopped at this moment in time. We will do predictions, but I just... He is the best. He is that man. Another news in darts, Gary Anderson hit a 9 darter in at Players. Going Price from the Players PC7. But other than that, is the only news I have for you is Luke Littler is a monster.
He's a machine.
He's actually a machine, and
I can't wait to see him play live. I'm actually so excited.
Yeah.
I don't see him lose. I don't see him losing, Char.
He can't.
He just can't lose. And you know what the upsetting part is? I like seeing competition. It's like you've got to grow as a person to see your favourites lose. But then now it's just well, he's just not going to lose. So it's not fair. It's not fair, guys. Well,
I've said this from the get-go.
Let's do the predictions.
I was going to say, is it prediction time?
Yeah.
It's prediction time, boys.
Aspinall and Bunton to start off the night.
Could either way. I'm going to say Aspinall.
I was going to say Aspinall, but I'll go Bunton just to be interested.
Aspinall also has just come off his first ever European Tour win in Germany.
Nice.
So his momentum's high. I'm going to say Aspinall.
Okay. I would have said Aspinall, but to be interesting, I'll go Bunton.
But okay. Humphreys and Robert Cross.
Humphreys,
yeah.
I'll go Humphreys. Although Cross did beat him in the Premier League already. Dobie or Littler?
Littler.
Yeah. Why you
Yeah. Van Gerwen or Price?
Oh.
I'm going to go Price.
I think Van Gerwen.
I'm going to go Price.
Oh
no.
I love a bit of Gerwen. I reckon Price.
Actually, you know what?
You can't change it.
No, I'm going to stick on Van Gerwen, okay.
Yeah.
Aspinall or Humphreys?
Humphreys. I'll always say Humphreys. The problem is, Aspinall is... I mean, he did win, but...
6-5 the other day against Humphreys as well.
If I had gone with Aspinall, I probably would say Aspinall to the final.
I'm going to go Aspinall.
Humphreys.
I'm going to go the Asp.
I'll go with Humphreys.
Littler or Price or
Littler.
Finley Van Gerwen.
Price. Price.
Price is Littler's bogey player.
Although
Littler.
Littler's now beat him.
Yeah, but Price has
most
beat
of the
him
time, yeah.
more times.
I'm going to say
than-
Price. But yeah, I'm going to
Littler.
say Price.
I'm going to go Littler Van Gerwen. I'm going to go Van Gerwen for an Aspinall Van Gerwen final. But for you lot, it would
That's
be.
not going to happen.
For you lot, it would be. For him, it's going to be a Price Humphreys final. For you, it's going to be a
So Luke
Humphreys, Littler.
squared.
Luke.
Luke squared.
Yeah, Luke squared. Yeah.
Good.
So Luke or Luke.
Littler, always Littler.
Littler. So third night running.
You
Yeah.
know what?
Yep.
I was going to say Price and be like, I think Price might win. But if you're going to say the same thing you say every week, so am I. I'm going to say Humphreys. I'm going to say Humphreys is going to win.
Yeah, but I'm right most of the time with it.
I've got an Aspinall Van Gerwen final.
So say, Jess, where are you going with this?
I say it every week and he always lets me down, but he is due a night. Michael Van Gerwen cannot go a Premier
Van
League
Gerwen.
season without winning a night. So I will say.
Why do you give predictions as well? You're like, have you ever been correct?
I want Aspinall to win a night, and I hope he does this season. I just don't see Van Gerwen lose. Like, he can't go a season without winning a night. He just can't.
Well, he has so far.
Yeah, I think Van Gerwen. I think Van Gerwen's going to win in the final. Oh no, I'm just going to get clipped into.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
going to get clipped.
Yes, it is, Jesse.
Yes,
it is.
Yes, we are going to do that.
You know, while we're here, we'll do a quick last one before it kicks off. It's Forest Man United prediction, but on Thursday, you
Man
can all hear
United.
it.
Man United.
No, it's Villa, Man United.
No,
17-0.
What?
17-0, Man United.
I'm going to go a 3-2 to Forest.
Ah,
I'm gonna go 3-0 to Forest. I don't want to do it.
I'm gonna go 3-1 to Man U.
Is that City ground? Is that the City
I don't
ground?
care. I don't care what grounds it is. I don't care if it was in the houses of all the players born in the Forest squad. All right, Man United's gonna win. If Liverpool versus Forest,
I think
I still say, come on, Liverpool. I'm so excited for Liverpool.
I get it.
Liverpool.
You know what? I don't
Man
want to
United.
support them, but if I'm a betting man, I'd go Forest 3-0.
No, Jesse.
However, I don't want them to win, so I'm going to go Man United. So
Man United 3-1.
I'm going to say Man United, like, goal.
I mean, I'm going to clip the bit where you just said Forest 3-0.
Do you want a real prediction?
A real
Yes.
prediction.
1-1.
I don't see it being 1-1.
That's a real prediction.
I don't see it
1-1.
being 1-1.
I think they're both going to just score, and that's it. I think it's just going to be.
I think if Man United are going to win, it's going to be a 30th minute goal for them, and then I'm talking like 89th minute or like very late on,
Yeah.
they score a second to just seal the deal. That's how I would see Man United winning this game. But other than that, my section is done. I would like to pass it on to Carter Taylor.
I'll start off by a little match coming up in UFC. I don't talk about UFC as much, but UFC 314 is coming up, and it's Alexander Volkanovski and Diego Lopez. They're fighting. Both got similar records, and I can't remember who it was. Alexander fought Dagestan crew.
No idea.
Which decimate.
Okay.
Khabib.
No,
Islam.
No.
Okay, it'll be a nice little fight, and then you've got Michael Chandler and Paddy Pimblett.
Really?
Paddy the Baddy.
I know Michael Chandler
I
as
only
well.
know Paddy because his dog pooped on someone's garden,
Yes, and then he
ran back to get bags and then ran
so
back
sorry.
again to pick
He
it
did.
up. Like, how
so
cute is
sorry,
that?
mate.
Can I give a controversial opinion?
Go on.
I don't think, as a fighter goes, I don't think Paddy the Baddy is actually that good.
I have no
I think-
idea.
I
about
think
his
he's
fighting
quality.
His record's good.
versus Russell.
I think he's quality.
Okay. It's just, again, he's quite a boring UFC fight. He's a grappler.
I think what's
over striking. Striking's always more entertaining, or a mixed all-rounder.
That's not what bothers me about him. What bothers me about him is his one of the last fights I watched of him. He did not win. But he's a big name.
Yeah.
And that's why he got given the win, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And that is what really makes me hate
Happens a
fighting,
lot with UFC,
boxing
to be
and
honest, like-
UFC and just fighting in general.
Boxing, it can happen more dodgy deals. With UFC, it's like the more favoured one will get the win. It's a bit bad.
Oh, it's
like that,
boxing
but,
as well. It's boxing as well.
Yeah, of course
It's,
they have it in boxing as well, but it's more dodgy deals, whereas this, it's more like fan favourite probably gets a win. But yeah, I thought I'd mention UFC. Not a whole bunch of boxing to talk about, but there is Joe Joyce. You know Joe Joyce?
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about boxing now?
Yes.
Could I quickly mention something?
Okay.
Because I believe, I don't know if you know this, Jess. There is a female boxer.
Sandy Ryan.
I was going to say Chloe, thank you. There is
Chloe
a
Ryan. Chloe Ryan.
There's a female
infamous
boxer from Derby. Did you know this?
Did
you know this?
I did.
She lost.
Did she?
She lost.
She lost. It was on points.
Cott turned to me and was like, "You'll never guess what." Again, I was like, "Don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, she lost. So that's the second time she's lost to her. It was for the IBF Women's Champion. Yeah, it's the second time she's lost. She's still good. She's still got a good record. It's just, she did lose.
I don't. Did you say
now.
IBF?
IBF.
Is it? I just feel like that's really close to IBS, and that's the name.
IBS. Yes.
So
she now has IBS.
Right.
As she lost boxing, she now has IBS, unfortunately.
Horrific.
But yeah, Sandy Ryan lost, unfortunately. I wasn't going to bring it up, but thanks, Joe, for reminding.
I'm happy to.
Yeah. But Joe Joyce is fighting. I want to say his name right. Hergovich.
It doesn't sound like you bodged it up though too much. Just
No, Hergovich actually is right. Joe Joyce, you know a few people he faced. Joseph Parker. Beat Joseph Parker.
Yeah, I know Joseph Parker's name.
He beat Daniel Dubois.
I love the name Dubois.
He beat Daniel Dubois. They talked about that when Parker and Dubois were going to face. Obviously, they both lost to Joyce, but I think Joseph Parker got dropped. I think Daniel Dubois lasted longer, so it was like, I lasted
Every time
longer.
I hear the name Dubois, I, for some reason, think of the M&S adverts where it's like, it's not just food, this is M&S food. I just think of, this is Dubois.
Every time I mention his name, it's just a minute of Charlie going, Dubois.
Are you going to talk about him?
What would you like to talk about? What him pulling out?
No, about who's number one contender now for his title. For that title. I don't know if it's Usyk or Dubois, but
No, it's Usyk. What do you call it? Dropped a belt.
yeah. Do you know who it is now? Number one contender for it.
The number one contender would be Usyk, as he's number one.
No, okay, he's not heard it. Dubois versus Derek Chisora is the next big fight.
Oh no! Sorry, I did hear that. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. There's no point of it happening. Derek Chisora is.
I'm not saying there's any point of it, but it's happening.
It's not going to.
It's happening.
Trust me. Why would Derek Chisora at 46 with 13 losses on his name? Yeah. Why would he? It's not money.
I was just about to say money. Just about to say a big, healthy paycheck.
All right. You know what will be more money?
Do you know when anyone mentioned money as well, for some reason I always think of a stupid WWE thing where it's like, money.
Here it comes.
Joseph Parker would be more money. It would be no point. Derek Chisora has 13 losses to his name now. He's 46 years old, or 44 years old. The losses, the age, the match he had against Joe Joyce was embarrassing. The money wouldn't be that impressive. And also, if he was to win, he would overtake George Foreman's record of being the oldest person.
Oh, we have to mention George Foreman.
We have to mention.
Yeah, I forgot about
Very, very sad. Very, very sad loss.
Made some absolutely exceptional grills. His toasty machine, I'm not joking, when I lived on my own in uni, that toasty machine saved my life.
The toasty machine was very good, the grill machine was very good, but as a boxer, I don't think you can get much better than George Foreman.
Yeah.
His record of 81 fights, 76 wins, 5 losses, and I believe it was 68 of them were knockouts. It's an insane record.
I will say
and
though,
against, by the way, that was against Joe Frazier, Ken Norton. It wasn't Floyd Patterson. Who was the other person he faced?
I have no idea.
To be fair, he faced everybody around that time and beat him and knocked him out. He was known at the time for, like, I think he's got records of beating people in the first few rounds. He was just insane as a boxer, and he's the oldest boxer to win a championship.
However, horrifically, obviously, because I am, for fans, I am buying a house. So I did think I'd check for barbecues, and his barbecues have gone up in price.
Yes.
Not best
they would
pleased.
have.
So, may do amazing grills, may do amazing toasty machines. Barbecues
We're
well
not
expensive.
talking about his grills, Charlie.
I am well expensive barbecues.
We're just going back to it as well. If Chisora and Dubois were to fight, what
They
would be your
won't
prediction?
fight.
Because I think Dubois would just be an easy-handed win to Dubois.
Dubois has
I'm always going to say Dubois on the basis of what a name.
He has
What
more
a name.
reason to fight Philippe.
I will say Chisora was a great
Joe
name as well.
Joyce, Joseph Parker, Gilles Zhang, Tyson Fury might want the IBF. Usyk, hell, give Wilder a chance. There's no reason to give a 46-year-old with 13 losses to his belt that chance. It would mean destroying George Foreman's record of the oldest winning champion.
He wouldn't win.
He wouldn't win, no, but it would be a risk. And it just doesn't make sense. I saw the story, it don't make sense, it's not going to happen. He'll probably fight Gilles Zhang, he's 41. He'll probably fight him, Philippe, probably Hrgovic. Hrgovic will probably beat Joe Joyce and then he'll probably fight him. Or give Joe Joyce a chance. He deserves it. He's done absolutely incredible.
So when this fight happens, can we clip you saying a million times, it's never going to happen, guys?
It's never going to happen.
guys.
So yeah, go for it. But it will never happen.
Cool.
And
Well
plus it'd be
excited.
dangerous. But Joe Joyce versus Hrgovic will be a nice little fight. That's coming up on Saturday 14th.
I mean, I've heard another big name's pulled out of his fight. Due to
KSI.
basically what I've got, just a milder version.
KSI.
Have you seen the clip?
No, I haven't seen the clip.
So he's pulled out because of illness.
Dad told me in all
The
fairness.
night he pulled out of illness, a clip has gone him trending of him at an Usher concert dancing around, like looking all fine.
Yeah,
And whatnot.
and also
That's
Dylan Dennis's point was like he had done the video for the Sidemen.
Yeah.
And obviously he looked fine in that video, and then out of nowhere he had this terrible cold that has put him down. He's not scared to fight Dylan Dennis because Dylan Dennis, well, we saw him in his fight against Logan Paul. He's not going to take it serious again, so what's the point? You know, you wouldn't be scared of him, but there'll be another reason.
However, in regards to Mitford, Derby are opening a new venue called the Beckettwell.
Jesus Christ.
No, we are. Have you not seen it?
yeah.
No, it's an actual new venue in Derby being opened up here, and the first event being held there is a Miss Picks boxing event.
Oh, Jesus.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Derby, our very own city.
Do you know
where
what? Who
Sandy
would be
Ryan-
a great boxer to have in there, guys? Sandy Ryan.
Yeah, man. Well, guys, we're at the end of this lovely and amazing podcast. I would like to invite you all. In fact, I'm asking you all as a friend.
I'm telling you.
Please go follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok. Also, please leave a comment. Give us recommendations. We just love to hear from you. And mainly, just give us your opinions. Give us like your worst football take. Give us your worst darts take. Your worst Formula One take. And we'll react to it. I'm
us your
here for it.
predictions.
Yeah,
We
give us your
love a
prediction. We
prediction.
do love a good prediction as well. As all, drive home safely.
What? What?
Stay away from alcohol. Don't do drugs. And be safe. Take care, all. We love you.
Yeah,
and I hope you have
drive
a good.
safely, guys.
I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Bye,
Soft
guys.
sauce.